One of the truly famous leaders of our time became president of a Fortune 500 company when he was only 44. At an age when most people are still struggling for professional recognition, he had reached the top. People called him a genius, a rainmaker, a superstar. His story didn't start that way, however. He wasn't born with a silver spoon. The son of a machine parts salesman, he spent his youth in blue-collar towns. He was a rather nerdy child, a self-described loner who earned good grades. He worked hard. As a teenager, he saved $15,000 at an after-school job. Later, he won an engineering scholarship to Southern Methodist University and then distinguished himself as a junior bank officer in Texas. Everyone who knew him agreed that this man possessed great passion. He was definitely determined to get ahead. He earned an MBA from Harvard Business School, where he again distinguished himself by graduating with honors. In the classroom, he showed a special interest in free markets. From there, he moved to McKinsey & Company, a premier consulting practice, and became one of the youngest partners in the firm's history. Here was a person whose intellectual horsepower was beyond question. People described him with words such as incandescently brilliant and the smartest guy I ever met. He was a visionary, too, a paradigm changer, the kind of person who sees the world differently than the rest of us do. He could sift through data, recognize trends, uncover hidden opportunities. His specialty was the energy business, in particular the labyrinthine market for natural gas. He came up with novel ideas for how to transform the industry. His innovative thinking showed no end. He later left the consulting firm to join a major client, and the next several years were a meteoric rise to the top. He created new business units, discovered untapped revenue streams, and almost single-handedly revolutionized the energy sector. Magazine covers lauded him. They celebrated his leadership and marveled at his ambitious ideas. During the span of a decade, his company's market capitalization increased from $4 billion to over $100 billion, and he became a very wealthy man. Today he is retired and leads a quiet life in Englewood, Colorado, where he is serving a 24-year prison sentence for mass fraud. The person we just described is Jeffrey Skilling, the former CEO of Enron. His story is well documented, and most of the world immediately associates his name with crime. And yet until the sudden collapse of Enron, he displayed the passion, intellect, and vision of a great leader. What went wrong? Integrity is the foundation. Integrity is the fundamental leadership attribute. Nobody can lead effectively without it. Former Wyoming Senator Alan Simpson once said, "If you have integrity, nothing else matters. If you don't have integrity, nothing else matters." Simpson's words aren't exactly true. Other aspects of leadership are critically important as well. But if you need to make a list, integrity belongs at the very top. It's where you start. It's what holds everything else together. Integrity is like the foundation of a house. It's not the first thing people notice, yet without it, all the granite countertops and wood floors don't have a place to stand. In fact, without integrity, all those amenities are merely a waste of money. Other aspects are important to be sure. No one would want to live in a house with poor heating or faulty plumbing, for instance, and a leaky roof is an energy killer and a real nuisance. These problems, however, can be fixed. When a house lacks a solid foundation, on the other hand, you might as well tear the place apart and start over. Otherwise, you're likely to be crushed beneath the rubble when it all comes crashing down. The same is true in leadership. Integrity is the fundamental attribute that keeps everything else secure. A leader who possesses integrity, but lacks vision or passion, for example, will at worst be incompetent. He might muddle through or create temporary setbacks. By contrast, be wary of leaders who dazzle the world with brainpower or charisma at the expense of deeper ethics. These people might lie, cheat, and steal their path to the top. And like Jeff Skilling at Enron, they might destroy the organization along the way.